In this video, I'm going to tell you the 3 most important yet simple marketing strategies that you can implement in your service-based business to help you book more dream clients. I'm the type of person where I cannot stand whenever I go to search for something, like on Google, if I'm having a problem and a million different answers come up that are all slightly different. It ends up leaving me more overwhelmed and ends up delaying me starting on working on that problem because I just don't know where to start. So yes, if you are in the Googling or let me ask ChatGPT or let me go and search this on TikTok phase, where you're experiencing a lull or a plateau right now in your business and you just want someone to tell you the cold hard truth of what to focus on in your business this year when it comes to marketing, these are the 3 things you're going to want to implement. No, this is not me saying don't focus on anything else, but if you don't have these, like I said, very effective yet simple things set up in your business, then I wouldn't really focus on anything else for the time being until you have them nailed down. And then going forward, you can just continue to build on top of it because you know you'll have a strong foundation laid. Okay, let's get right into it now. So here's exactly what we're going to be covering today. 1, the 3 strategies that I'm going to have you implement in your business. 2, a mini homework style checklist that will help you figure out your next steps for implementing this information. And a free guide with 5 of the most important things that you should be focusing on in your business if you want to market properly and attract more of your dream clients. So don't forget to grab that guide and let's get into the 3 things that you need to implement. Number 1 is to stop posting for the algorithm and start posting for your dream client. Last I checked, the algorithm does not pay your bills, so why the heck are you trying to please it? Social media platforms are constantly changing, so if you are only focused on posting online for the platform itself, this is going to have you burn out a lot quicker. You're not going to see results and no one's going to end up inquiring or converting from the people who follow you online because you're not speaking directly to them. You care more about trying to get the most views, and like I said, views do not equal dollar signs. They literally don't. So stop doing that. So before you post and whenever you're creating your content, instead of asking, will this go viral? Instead, shift your mindset in the way that you post to, will this help my ideal client? And no matter what, whenever you're posting your content, you want to focus on value-based content. And to gauge how well and effective your content is actually providing value and your ideal client is resonating with it, you want to focus on your engagement, but not engagement on views, engagement off of the actual feedback that your audience is telling you. This can be through comments, DMs, whatever it may be. Study what people are saying to you and give them more of that. That's how you're going to know if you're creating actual valuable content for your dream clients. Value-based content builds authority and also gains trust from your audience. So when they feel heard and understood and like you genuinely give a crap about helping them, engagement will naturally follow that. And this isn't me saying to completely throw out the window posting for growth. Obviously, in order to actually grow your business and to book more clients, you need to put your brand in front of new eyes. Yes, that's important. I'm saying that too. But you want to have a balance between I cannot say that word. You want to have a balance between discoverability and relationship building. So both growing and nurturing when you're posting your content online. Number 2, stop posting for everyone. If you are speaking to everyone, you will convert no one. You cannot speak to you guys, y'all, hey, just wanted to come on here and tell you guys. No, show up and speak to your dream client like you are speaking to them directly. Take notes on how I'm speaking to you right now. I didn't say, I'm going to show you guys the 3 steps or the 3 things that you need to do in your marketing. No, I straight up said, I'm going to show you the 3 things that you need to implement in your business today whenever it comes to marketing. Generic messaging equals forgettable marketing, period. Your ideal client has a specific problem. They have specific issues that they're facing. They don't feel heard, which is why they're stuck in that vicious cycle of having that same problem. So speak to them as if you are in their head and you're the one that's going to come in, swoop in, be their Hercules, be their guide, and bring them out of that low point and provide the solution. But you can only do that by speaking directly to them. This ends up being so much more convertible because people buy from those that they feel connected to. If I'm going to FaceTime my best friend, I'm going to probably yap for about 30 minutes about something, right? Versus if it were a stranger, sure, I'm an open book and I still like to talk people's heads off, and whenever I meet new people, I normally just kind of am easy to talk to and we'll share a lot about my life. Okay, I can admit that. I can admit that, but I'm not going to tell them every little personal and kind of secretive detail that I just told my best friend, right? So I'm not going to open up as much to a stranger as I'm going to open up to my best friend that I just called on FaceTime. And I'm not saying that you have to show up online or on your Instagram story or write in your email list and literally share every single personal secretive detail about your life. But 1, you can't be completely closed off to engaging and connecting with your audience on a personal level. And 2, you do have to make it personable, or no one's gonna really know who you are, and they're not gonna trust you, nor they're gonna pay a single dime out of their hard-earned money in their bank account to your business. You gotta live a little in your content, but just remember, no matter what, if you are speaking to everyone, you are speaking to no one. And number 3, build the freaking email list, okay? Okay. Did we not learn anything from the "is TikTok going to get banned" like a couple months ago? Consider it like this, okay? TikTok got banned. It's a social media platform. You don't own it. At any point, any of these social media platforms online can just be gone. Do we not remember what happened to Vine? One day I woke up, I think I was 12 or 13 years old. 13 years old, I woke up and Vine was just gone. And unless those Vine creators were bringing that audience that they worked so hard to build to a different platform, same thing applies to TikTok, then guess what? They lost it all. They lost it all of the hard work, all of the content, everything that they were actively doing to grow their personal brand was completely wiped clean. No one wants a clean slate whenever it comes to growing your business, especially if you have a good thing going for you. However, and you've heard this before, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but marketing on social media is like renting. So for me right now, I live in an apartment, I rent. I can only do so much here because it's not up to me. It's not up to me if my rent raises. It's not up to me if management takes over and something different happens, right? However, if my AC just turned off. I really hope that you couldn't hear my AC.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
However, if I were to buy a house, I can do whatever I want with that land, considering there's no HOA. But basically, you get what I'm saying. I can paint the walls. I can get a new fridge. I can do all of these things because I bought it and I am in control. That is exactly what your email list is like compared to social media. I'm not saying that social media totally sucks and you should ditch social media for an email list, but you do need both because you need to put your marketing eggs in more than one basket. Email marketing is also direct access with the people that are on your email list, aka your potential clients, people who could be buying with you, the audience that you're building and growing. So on my email list right now, currently, I have about 500 people. Whenever I send an email, I know that it's gonna go straight to the top of their email list, and if they go and open their email today or tomorrow, whatever it may be, that email is always going to be there. And regardless, most people are sifting through their emails, kind of taking a look at what's going on. I know that you may not think that that's true, but look at the statistics. Millennials and Gen Z, which are my target audience, they are doing that. So that's how I know that, okay? But something to keep in mind is that whenever you post on social media, I take polls about once a month and I ask who of my followers on Instagram actually sees my content, and about 80% say no. They literally do not see my content popping up in their feed, which is why I focus so much of my time and energy on Instagram stories, which is a topic for another video. But my whole point is that you don't really have direct communication with your audience on Instagram, on TikTok, on any social media platform. This is why you'll see on TikTok or on comments, people like will comment, mostly on TikTok, and they'll say commenting to keep me on X TikTok. Or for example, if it's like a girl who's baking and she's showing like a spring cake that she's baking or whatever for one of her clients, someone may comment, commenting to stay on baking TikTok. It's like you're trying to tell the algorithm, please keep showing me more of this person's content because I'm enjoying it. That's not really fun to deal with when you're a business owner, is posting and crossing your fingers that it actually is going to show up on the feed to the people who are following you. I'm not really about that, to be completely honest. So I would recommend, even though you're probably sitting there like, this is amazing, Kaylee, but like, how the heck do I even get started? If you want me to make another video about how to get started creating your email list and marketing on said email list in the newsletter that you build, let me know and I can do that if you're even interested in it. But my recommendation to you is going to be to start simple. Take a look at the content that your audience has already told you online that they want more of, and then just sit down and write more on it and give it to your email list, more exclusive, in-depth, behind-the-scenes content. Remember, we're focusing on helping people here, and just continuously focus on nurturing your audience that you build on your email list and selling to them. You will experience so many more sales that come through on your email list versus on social media, because like I said, you get direct communication. You basically get to skip the fluff whenever you send someone an email on your list versus online social media. There's literally probably hundreds of videos or pieces of content that pass your ideal client's eyes, because there's just, social media has become so much faster and shorter form content, easier to digest. I think you get what I'm saying. Email list is just a lot more sustainable. You do own it. If any social media platform goes away, you're still golden and you don't have to worry about the risk of what the heck, I just took all that time to build all that. Okay, so now I wrote down a little list. It's a mini checklist for you to implement, and I am going to read from it. I'm not going to memorize it, so don't hate me, don't come for me. I'm doing my best. Okay, number one, we're gonna go back to the audience first content, prioritizing your audience in your marketing. Brainstorm 5 questions your audience asks constantly and create content answering them. So basically going back to creating content for your target audience and not for the platform. Number 2, check your last 5 posts. Are they helping your audience or are you chasing trends? Okay, number 3, test an engagement-based poll. So put a poll on your Instagram story, ask questions, open-ended prompts. Basically, the whole point is to get your followers and people who view your story engaging and communicating about something that is relevant in your community or in your niche. Next topic, we're gonna dial in your messaging. So now we're talking specifically about speaking to your ideal client and not just to anyone online. Number 1, define your ideal client, their age, their struggles, their goals, their desires. I will talk more about this in that free guide that I mentioned down below for you too, but you can also go to ChatGPT and basically have it be like this marketing, branding specialist and ask you a bunch of questions that will help you figure this out. Okay, number 2, write a piece of content as if speaking directly to one person, not a crowd. So yeah, you're gonna put everything that you just learned in this video and you're gonna put it to good use and you're gonna try to just shift your mindset about who you're speaking to. Something that I like to say is, even though we don't really send letters anymore, but just sit down and pretend like you're writing a letter to someone. You're not gonna send this letter to 500 people or to 10,000 people, you're gonna send this letter to one person. Okay, number 3, audit your bio. Does it clearly state who you help and how you help them? Yes, you wanna be very specific with who your content helps in your bio too. Okay, starting your email list. I have 2 things that I'm gonna give you to implement. If you want to go forward and try to figure it out on your own, that's totally fine. But if you want me to make a more in-depth video too, let me know. 1, brainstorm one massive freebie, lead magnet, checklist, whatever it can be, one valuable resource that you can create for your target audience that you know will solve a main problem that they're experiencing in their life. And number 2, it's going to be to brainstorm different email list providers and platforms out there. Personally, I use Flowdesk. I do also have a link down in the description if you want to get 50% off your first year using Flowdesk. It is an affiliate link. I will make a little bit of extra cash at no extra cost to you, just putting it out there. But personally, I've always used Flowdesk. And that is everything for today's video. I really hope that this helped. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment below because obviously my YouTube channel is new. So if there's anything else that you want to learn in your service-based business, feel free to comment it down below and then I can kind of get some inspo for future videos to post about. I think I got it on the first one. Okay, 1, the 3 strategies that I'm, so here's down below that you can grab, what am I saying? Okay, I am killing it. Okay.